Hi, welcome to the Aviary Bird Shop. We're located in Miami at 22707 South Dixie Highway. My name is Patricia Lyon, and I am your host today and the owner of the Aviary Bird Shop. This is our clipping table. We are performing a clipping on a umbrella cockatoo. We do clippings on parakeets as well as macaws. The procedure that she's doing right now, we're clipping the nails. That's why it's important to get a concrete perch in your cage, because it also helps with the sharpness of the toenails. Doesn't stop them from growing, but it does stop them from getting really, really sharp and piercing your skin. We suggest clipping your birds every 2.5 to 3 months unless they're going through a molt. When they do go through a molt, that means the wings or the feathers on the wings will be growing out very rapidly within 2 weeks. So when we do your clippings, we will look at the wings. If you do have wings, nails, and wings that are growing out very, very quickly, we suggest that you come back in 2.5 weeks to get them redone. This is the wing, the feathers. It does not hurt the bird. It's like getting a haircut. If you do hear a bird screaming or crying when they're crying or screaming because they do not like to be held in a towel. Other than that, this procedure does not in any way hurt your bird.
And is it best to schedule a time or?
No. We offer clippings 7 days a week. You do not need to make an appointment to come in for this procedure. And we take all types of birds. We've even been known to do ducks and chickens. She's now filing the beak. That's again suggesting get a concrete perch for your bird, because not only will it take care of the sharpness of the toenails, it also takes care of any peeling of the beak that may have. The beak again is like a nail. It peels, especially when they go through molts. So that's why we go ahead and we file it down just to get rid of the rough bits. We do not take the points off the beaks. They need the points on their beaks for breaking open nuts and hard substances. And now he's finished. He's all groomed and ready to go. We do this procedure because we obviously don't want the bird to fly away. And also the bird maintains some form of tameness, knowing the fact that he cannot fly away. So if you have an unruly parrot at home and he hasn't been clipped for a long time, our suggestion is to clip the wings, and that helps with taming the bird down, so you can go ahead and play with the bird, and the bird will again be friendly to you, and it makes for a nicer bird. Also, it makes for the fact that it doesn't fly away and you lose your bird outside if the door should be open. Very important. We get a lot of brochures all the time from customers that have lost their birds because they have not had the wings clipped and they fly out the door and they can't find their bird. Once a bird flies and it gets very high, they get very, very nervous and very scared. And unfortunately, they don't know how to come down because they've never flown that high before. So most of the time, I would say probably 80% of the time, if a bird is loose, you will never see this bird again. Eventually, it may land on somebody, maybe 2 or 3 days later, because remember, they are hand-fed by you as a human, and so they do not know how to forage for their food. So they will sometimes find families or land on people's shoulders for food, because at that point in 3 days, they're starving and they need to have food and water. So a lot of people get a lot of free birds that way as well. So again, I can't tell you how important it is to clip the wings on your bird.